Gap number 1 here. Females lay eggs in dash on the river, on the floor of river or lake. Here, first you have to identify the key points. These are females and eggs are river or lake, right? So where do we get it? আমরা scan করব এই কয়েকটা বা female and eggs মানে you cannot keep 3-4 keywords in the brain and then search. You identify 3 or 4 key points, that's fine, but scanning এর জন্য একটা বা দুইটা key points রেখে you have to search. For example, here if we search scan the whole text, so where do we get the female? So আমরা যদি একটু এরকম just strictly চোখ বোলাতে হবে, that is called scanning, and you have to keep in mind that female and eggs related stuff, and the moment you see such a word you have to stop and slow down. Female here, depositing eggs means laying eggs, so lay এর জায়গায় synonymটা দিয়েছে deposit. That is why you have to have excellent vocabulary in order to do good in IELTS, especially in reading. Without good vocabulary, tricks and techniques fail. So the moment I say females depositing eggs, I remember that I saw something like that in the question, females lay eggs. Now in something on the river, so it has to be a noun. In it should be a spot or a place. So আমি আগে একটু guess করে নিব যে কি টাইপের ওয়ার্ড এখানে আমি পাবো। So আমি এখানে বললাম in nests or reds, যে কোনো একটা লিখলে হবে, on the gravel or bottoms of the river and lakes. That means in nest is the place or spot on the floor of the river. The floor হচ্ছে bottoms of the river মানে floor of the river, and depositing eggs মানে lay egg এর পরেই যেটা আসবে যে word, that is the noun. So that is the answer. If you write reds, that is also correct. Let me know if you have any questions, friends. যদি থাকে কোন explanation বুঝেন না, you have to ask them. The next one, gap number 2, where there must be plenty of something. So the clue is plenty. Now don't expect that the exact word will be written there. So you have to keep in immediate in mind, the moment you see the keyword, you have to immediately think about the possible synonyms you might be encountering. For example, plenty mane hote pare ample, enough, a lot of, great number, something like that. So আমরা এখানে কি কোথায় পেয়েছি? Who can tell me? Anyone? We got the first answer here. Now definitely that is the rule, that the next answer will be found afterwards, not before that. So who can tell me the answer টা কোথায় বা এখানে ক্লুটা কোথায়, সিনোনিমটা? Sorry,
পরের লাইনেই আছে।
হ্যাঁ, can you tell me the exact মানে plenty সিনোনিমটা কোথায় আছে?
Large quantities of gravel.
Exactly, large quantities মানে হচ্ছে plenty of something. So plenty of and large quantities of same, তার মানে the word coming right after that will be the answer. So gravel is the answer for the second one. Don't choose anything out of guess. যে আমি process বসায় দিলাম, but process doesn't come after large quantities or plenty. The word gravel comes. You like to careful থাকতে হবে. Next one, the third gap. Young salmon occupy dash for up to several years. So you have to find young salmon. So maybe young, it might be small salmons, or might be a similar word or synonym there. And occupy, instead of occupy, you may say take place, live. Even living is also occupying a place. So where do you find the next one? Acha, answer টা আগে আমরা জানি। Young salmons occupy for up to something for up to several years, so that will also be a place or spot. The young emerge, that means the young salmons emerge. Sorry, young. The young means the young salmons emerge from here and live in fresh water. So they occupy fresh water. How do I know that live and occupy are synonymous? Yes, in some cases. Let me give you an example. If a country attacks another country, we sometimes call them the occupational force. Why? Because in Bangladesh, So they go there and they occupy stuff, the place and everything. So occupy মানে এখানে থাকে তারা, so living also somewhat like occupying something. এখানে এটাই বোঝানো হচ্ছে যে as they occupy, where is it, fresh, as they live in fresh water, so they occupy, that is their occupancy, মানে ওই জায়গাটা তারা দখল করেছে to live. So fresh water is the answer. And another clue is for periods ranging from a few days to several weeks. Let's go back there. For up to several years. So ranging from a few days to several weeks, that means several weeks, maybe even many weeks, as long as a year or many years. Acha. Are my explanations clear to you, all of you, friends? Yes or no?
Yes.
Acha. Gap number 4, process known as something. So you have to, the keyword is, the only keyword is process. And again, amra jodi gap ta dekhi, I have to find a noun here. So if you look at the sentence structure, you can immediately guess that, you have to guess the type of word. You can a noun, bosbe na adjective na verb. That makes it easier to search and be more accurate. So here আমরা এরপর পরে পাবো এই যে several years এরপর কি, then the juveniles undergo a psychophysiological metamorphosis called smoltification. So metamorphosis, physiological metamorphosis is a kind of process they go through, and that is called smoltification. And এখানে আরেকটা ক্লু হচ্ছে, it is written in italic, so it is a specific name of a process. এটা একটু হিন্ট আছে এখানে, because they process known as এটা smoltification. Then the 5th one, migration to oceans, return to dash. I have to first search for the word migration. এটার পরে এই ক্লুটা আসবে return. So অনেক সময় গ্যাপের আগে যদি কিছু লেখা থাকে, that also helps to find the right answer. So let's go back. Where is it? Extensive migrations of thousands of miles while they mature. After anywhere from a few months to a few years, adult salmon return. আমি মাইগ্রেশনটা পাওয়ার পরে আমার নেক্সট ক্লু হচ্ছে রিটার্ন from the immediate, because that is the word before the gap, with high fidelity to the river where they were born. So এটা বলা যেতে পারে to the river of birth. To the river where they were born, you can write the river to the river of birth. এই যে birth তো লেখাই আছে. So only the river. So how do I know river? Because if they go somewhere and return to somewhere, so it must be a place, and place of birth. So birth ekhane likha ache where they were born. River is the place. So ekhane jodi ami andaje likhe dei je river na dikhe I didn't understand, so ami likhe born. But can they return to born? Born mane to janmo grohon kora. So egulo hocche basic common sense that you have to use the techniques and tricks to quickly find the answers. I quickly repeat the tricks for reading, fill in the blanks. Number 1, quickly read the heading of the passage. So it can have effects on salmon diversity. So the topic is salmon and it's the biodiversity and life. Acha. Then you have to directly go to the question. Just read the topic, then directly go to the question. Read the words before and after. Take the keywords. Take the first 1 or 2 keywords and search. Then where you find the hint, stop and slow down. Then you carefully look at the gap and immediate words before and after. They will become the main keywords then, and then you match. And while searching, you also have an idea of what type of word I should be looking for. Form, verb, noun, adjective, adverb, key type of word. Those will help. Any questions?